Is it possible to modify a variable in Python that is in an outer enclosing but not global scope? Consider this example. For the code in the b function, the variable b is in a non-global, enclosing outer scope. How can I modify b from within b? I get an error if I try it directly, and using global does not fix the problem since b is not global. Python implements lexical, not dynamic scope, like almost all modern languages. The techniques here will not allow access to the caller's variables unless the caller also happens to be an enclosing function, because the caller is not in scope. For more on this problem, see how can I access variables from the caller even if it isn't an enclosing scope, i.e. implement dynamic scoping?
On Python 3, use the nonlocal keyword. The nonlocal statement causes the listed identifiers to refer to previously bound variables in the nearest enclosing scope excluding globals. This is important because the default behavior for binding is to search the local namespace first. The statement allows encapsulated code to rebind variables outside of the local scope besides the global module is scope. On Python 2, use a mutable object, like a list, or dict, and mutate the value instead of reassigning a variable. Outputs.
You can use an empty class to hold a temporary scope. It's like the mutable but a bit prettier. This yields the following interactive output.
I'm a little new to Python, but I've read a bit about this. I believe the best you're going to get is similar to the Java workaround, which is to wrap your outer variable in a list. Edit. I guess this was probably true before Python 3. Looks like nonlocal is your answer.
No, you cannot, at least in this way. Because the set operation will create a new name in the current scope, which covers the outer one.
Python 3. I don't know if there is an attribute of a function that gives the __dict__ of the outer space of the function when this outer space isn't the global space is equal to the module, which is the case when the function is a nested function in Python 3. Python 2. But in Python 2, as far as I know, there isn't such an attribute. So the only possibility is to do what you want in Python 2 is using a mutable object, as said by others. Definite a. b is equal to 1. Print b before b is equal to b. A. Result. Note: the workaround of Cedric Julian, make the variable global, has a drawback. Result. The global b after execution of a has been modified and it may be not wished so. That's the case only if there is an object with identifier b in the global namespace.
If you want to support the channel, please consider liking and subscribing.